Hi friends, and welcome to another Kwentos with Hannah. Today we're talking all about running. I've been super active on my Instagram just posting about my running journey, but I realized we don't really have like a long, detailed, informative video just about running because you guys have asked me a lot of questions. I've been doing a lot of Q&As as well, and I can only ever answer so much on like a few minutes on Instagram, but this will be probably a long video. And just for your time's sake, I'm going to give you some timestamps. Here you go. You can, skip to different parts of the podcast, whatever you need to hear. But for the most part, I'm going to be giving just a quick overview of why I started running in the first place, what inspires me, and then we can jump into talking about the Boston Marathon, which I did a few months ago. That's why I'm wearing the shirt. Super excited to talk about that. I have a bunch of videos from the Boston Marathon that I didn't really get to post yet because I made it for YouTube. So maybe like a short little vlog in the middle of this video. And then I also had a race last week, which was the Ironman Relay 70.3. So I did the 21K. That was an interesting race as well. That was actually, I think, harder than the Boston Marathon for me just because of all of the circumstances. But we'll make Kwentos. So I'll talk to you about the races that I've done. We're going to talk about where I get my inspiration, my favorite books, favorite podcasts, favorite resources, my training program, what that looks like on a day-to-day basis, all of the shoes I wear on rotation, my gear, my gadgets, like just everything. It's just gonna be such a fun video, honestly. So if you want to just sit down, grab your little protein snack while we talk about running, or your little protein shake, we can, just have a good time and talk about this hobby that has just overtaken my life. For those who are new here, here's just an overview of my athletic background. I started doing gymnastics when I was 3. I did that for 7 years. And then after gymnastics, I transitioned to triathlon because my whole family ended up getting into triathlons when my dad wanted to do an Ironman. After triathlon, when I got into high school, I got into varsity swimming because I was actually suffering from like a knee problem that would make it difficult for me to do cross country, which is what all of my other siblings did. I also did dance and then football. When I left high school and got into college in Australia, it was more difficult to work out. So like I gained quite a bit of weight when I was in Australia. It was also the first time that I was living alone and having to like cook for myself and having to manage my groceries and my diet. So coming back to Manila after gaining a bunch of weight in Australia, I was like, oh my gosh, where is my athlete self? I lost that sense of discipline and that identity that I had to being fit all the time or being energetic was just not there. So running was naturally a very great opportunity for me to jump back in to sport. So I started actually with a bunch of jump roping because I didn't want to run. And I never really enjoyed running for just the sake of it growing up. It was all like for the greater good. It was like I'll run in order to sprint better in football, like have better VO2 max for swimming or something like that, but never just to run. And I did running for triathlon just because you had to run, like you had to finish some way, right? But anyway, running ended up becoming a weight loss mechanism for me for the pandemic because, like I said, gained a lot of weight when I was in Australia. And good thing my neighbor Abby also wanted to get into shape. So we both started running together. And then she impulsively decided to sign up for a virtual Boston Marathon. And then I ended up doing it with her. So we trained for that. And that just got us into the rabbit hole of like this world major marathon thing. Our family's not a stranger to doing these world major marathons. My parents are both 6-star finishers. So to me, doing a marathon was like, something you naturally do when you get older and need a goal for working out. So after the virtual Boston, my mom, who was vying for her 6-star at Boston, got a slot. And then we ended up doing Boston together. And that's kind of where I am now. Running has become engraved now in my lifestyle. It's my chance to get a good routine going. It's my chance to build strength. I don't anymore want to lose weight. Actually, I'm trying to gain some weight because I got used to not eating or fueling my body as much because I was looking at it for a weight loss fix. But now I realize that the more strength you build, the more workouts you do, you actually do need to fuel your body. And yeah, it's just so fun. I love it. And it's been such a social activity as well for me because it's just given me the chance to yes, have my alone time and have my time with God and praying with God while I'm running, or listening to a really cool playlist while running, or just, thinking about something while running. It's given me that me time, but it's also given me that opportunity to connect with others in a new way. I missed that, like training with others. I grew up doing that and then lost it over time because, just circumstances, but I missed it. And I love the encouraging community that sport allows you to have with other people. So that's what running is for me now. It's become something that I can look forward to and dread at the same time. Like having a race upcoming, it just puts me in my place, which I really, really enjoy. It helps me maintain my fitness as well. I wanted to preface this video with my athletic background so that you can consider that when I give my recommendations, and also my own experiences. And when I talk about my training, I'm not an elite or professional athlete, but I am trained by elite and professional athletes, and I train alongside them as well. So this is just really what I've been able to absorb through all of the resources that I've made use of. Please stay tuned for the end of this video. We have a big announcement, especially for you beginner runners out there. You'd want to stay for this. Okay. Now let's jump into what are we going to talk about first? There's so many things we could talk about. So what did my weekly schedule look like? I have my notes over here, but I'm going to share it with you. I do hybrid training, so I mix multiple different sports alongside running, and I feel like that's the most fun for me because you don't really want to do one thing again and again. At least for me, I get kind of bored with that. So this is the way that I structured my week to make it interesting and to also develop the sense of being rewarded at the end of the week, And also, of course, this was under the suggestion and guidance of my coach Annie De Leon, who is Filipina Iron woman. My gosh, she's won multiple Ironmans, which is insane. But she's my running coach and all around, I guess, inspo life coach at the end of the day. But yeah, this is the schedule that she has given me, and also the one that we've adjusted to suit my lifestyle. So I'll share it with you guys. Mondays. I love weights. So I also have another coach for my weight training, Coach Zara. So on Mondays, we have an hour of weight training. It usually looks like one focus, either the upper body, lower body, or on some days it's a hard day and we do a full body exercise. But I like doing just strengthening exercises for like my muscles, and also ab workouts are super important during this day. There also have been moments where we've had to do conditional exercises for injury prevention. So that's also when I do that. So these days are super important for me because they serve as the foundation for good training days. Because if you're not building strength in the gym, it's really hard to see progress in the runs. Tuesdays are easy run days, and I'm going to admit that I only recognized the importance of easy runs when I got injured mid-March, which was really bad. So I got a bunch of tight ITB and knee issues because I was not doing my easy runs easy. Of course, especially if you have a Strava, which is an app that tracks your runs, and it's like an Instagram for runners basically. Your friends can also see your times. Sometimes I'm encouraged or pressured to make my easy runs fast because people are going to see it on my Strava, but I found that like, no, the easy runs are so important for recovery. And if you're not doing your easy runs super slow and at like a heart rate that's quite manageable, not quite manageable, super manageable, then you're not giving your body a chance to recover. So I learned that lesson the hard way. So now I definitely take my easy run super easy. That's just 30 to 40 minutes of easy jogging with conditioning exercises at the beginning and with drills at the beginning, especially drills that help you remember what your body should feel like with good form, so that when you do the easy runs, it's not just like to do it. I feel like the most integral things about an easy run is doing it at good form, doing it at your zone 2. So zone 2 is like a conversational pace that you can like keep up for a long time. If you can't speak to somebody, like make cuento with somebody while you're doing your easy run, then it's not an easy run. And making sure that you just get your miles in. Overall, even if your easy runs are only 30 to 45 minutes, that's like probably an additional 4 kilometers, 5 kilometers to your weekly overall number of kilometers, which is like your mileage. That's what they call it, because we don't use miles in the Philippines, right? But they call it your weekly mileage. And this is really a good gauge of like how much you're running in a week. The easy runs contribute greatly to your weekly mileage. Coach Annie always says it's just time on your feet. And time on your feet is really important if you're trying to build like long distance running endurance. So yeah, easy run. And then on the nights of Tuesdays, I usually get a massage, because massages are very important for recovery as well. If I don't have the chance to get a massage, I'm going to do a yoga practice, only like 20 minutes to 30 minutes. I really love this YouTube channel, Breathe and Flow, and it just has super great exercises for athletes and recovery and mobility. And then on Wednesdays, they're usually the hard days, like speed sessions, sprint sessions. Tempo sessions are like your race pace. So that's the effort that you would put on race day. It's a good time to test those out on Wednesday. Or for me, my speed days, my hard days. Thursdays, easy run, giving yourself a chance to recover. Sometimes when I really don't feel well, especially after that hard speed session, I would just skip Thursday. So it really depends on where you are, and it's really important to check into your body as well. Like, hey, how are you feeling? Like, can we really do this run? Or if you can't do the easy run, I would just do like an easy walk. Just again, getting time on your feet. Like I said, I do weights twice a week. So Friday is weights as well. And then I usually do PT sessions or mobility exercises afterwards, because I really find that I needed to boost my recovery ×2 when I was training for Boston, because I was upping my weekly mileage like really fast. That's not suggested, because it's really good to give yourself just more time to train. I didn't give myself enough time to train, so I had to boost my recovery. And the turnover of like doing a hard workout and then being recovered again to do another hard workout, I had to make that super fast. Saturdays were long runs, either Saturdays or Sundays. So the long runs you also do at a conversational pace. And this is your chance again to get mileage in. It's your chance to teach yourself how to function doing a long run, like 15 kilometers, 20 kilometers. I think at the end of the day, the mind is really the biggest hurdle when it comes to doing marathons, because your mind doesn't like to be uncomfortable. It'll suggest rather to just stop whatever you're doing if it's giving your body like extended amounts of stress. And the long runs have given me the chance to confront what my mind would present to me as like reasons why I should stop running. And what's really good about these, especially when it comes to race day, is you already recognize the excuses, and you recognize the voices, and you recognize when your mind is playing tricks on you, and you know when to listen, and you also know when not to listen. So I truly believe in looking after yourself to a point of caring for yourself. You know, like you can push yourself, but only to a certain extent. And there have been moments where I obviously was not doing well mentally and also maybe physically, that I had to stop a run midway, because it was doing me more harm than good. So I know that voice. And I also know the voice that's just like, oh, Hannah, enough na. Let's just go home. Let's just stop. That voice I can deal with. And when that comes up on race day, I really know how to deal with it because I practiced that in the long run. So I feel like long runs are dress rehearsals for race day. So I wake up in the morning and I try to do the routine that I would do on race day so that come race day, I'm so comfortable with this routine. I'm so comfortable with the demons that are going to present itself during race day. I'm so comfortable with my gear, with, shoes I'm wearing, with the music I'm going to play, etc. There are many things on race day that you won't be able to control, like the weather or what the course looks like or feels like or what the crowd is like. So whatever within yourself you can control and practice prior, that's giving yourself less shocks during the race. So yeah, long explanation, but yeah, long runs on Saturdays or Sundays, and the day that I don't do the long run is the day that I would rest. That's what the training week for Boston looks like. But when I'm off season or not training for a race that's coming up soon, I will still do the speed session. I'll do the long run and then probably 1 or 2 of the easy days, and then still maintain my weight training. Wait, it's almost the same. I think I would just do them in lesser capacities and be less hard on myself when I have to skip a session. Like, okay, I can't do this because I'm working right now and my schedule doesn't allow it. Then I'm just less hard on myself. So yeah, that's what a typical week looks like, I guess, for training. Just additional notes, I love doing yoga when I get the chance to. When I just feel sore in general, a 10-minute practice right before sleep super helps. And I've been starting Pilates as well. So once a week of Pilates, I want to start doing that because it really gives my muscles a chance to just like stretch. And as somebody who did gymnastics before, it's really healing my inner child. Like, it's giving me a chance to realize how flexible I can still be. I thought I lost all my flexibility, but that's really helpful also when it comes to training and growing your muscles. Giving them a chance to stretch as well is really good. So I wrote this in my notes. These are the particulars. I'm very particular when it comes to the gear I use and the nutrition I take. So I'm going to share them with you today because I get a lot of questions. It's also the products that I use when I go for a run. I get a lot of questions of them on my Instagram. So I'm just going to lay it all out here. Let's first start with nutrition because nutrition is more important than your gear. You can have the best gear in the world, but if you're not fueling yourself properly or being nutritious outside of your running, then there's no point in running. I don't know how some people just raw dog their nutrition and just chalk it up to, okay, Rian, please take care of your body. Take care of your one body that you have. Contrary to the title of this section, my diet isn't very particular, but I do have some guidelines that I just subconsciously follow when I have an upcoming race. Some of the guidelines are these. Number 1, I don't do intermittent fasting anymore. I used to do intermittent fasting like religiously, didn't really eat breakfast. Even if I was going for a long run in the morning, I wouldn't eat breakfast. I can't believe I did that before, but now I'm training myself to eat even a little bit of carbs or some energy source before I start running. My favorite ones are eating oatmeal. That's my top tier. Just like a cup of oatmeal or a granola bar. My favorite granola bars are the RX bars, the Kind bars, or like a Cliff bar. Those are my favorite ones. So I'll do either that or yogurt, granola with some berries and honey. So those are my favorite breakfasts right before a run. And then for my other meals, I really try to eat more protein. So I've been eating more meat. And I also take a protein shake after I do a workout when I remember to. And I use this protein. I think it's Optimal Nutrition Whey Isolate. Something like that. I don't know. My brother just suggested I drink it. And I like it. I actually quite like it. Sometimes I even put those scoops into my fruit smoothies. So if I don't have the time to eat breakfast, I'll just have like a berry protein smoothie which has berries, the protein powder, a banana, almond milk, a teaspoon of peanut butter or almond butter, chia seeds, flax seeds, and then for just an extra boost of nutrients, I use this superfood powder, and it just has a bunch of greens that help keep your body healthy. So that's like a super protein food packed smoothie, but I love taking that in the morning. I try to avoid alcohol as much as possible. Like I feel like it's just something I don't really desire when I'm training for a race, because it really affects my sleep, and my sleep is so important. Like I cherish my sleep so much now. I used to not. I used to just not really pay attention to how much time I get to sleep and winding down. Now I realize that it makes the world of a difference for my workouts. I feel so much more energetic. I get the chance to recover more. Virtually no alcohol, honestly, when I'm training for a marathon. My weakness, though, is sweets and candy. So I just try my best to limit it to one snack a day, because I love candy so much, and I love sweets. I love like dessert. I can have dessert just the whole day. So that's just something that I try to limit when I'm working out or training. But for the most part, I just try to eat as much as I can, keep it clean with a lot of protein and carbs, and then make sure to get my veggies in. If I can't get my veggies in within the day, then like I said, I'll do that super packed protein smoothie. These are my favorite gels. These are the squeezy energy gels, and my flavors of choice are the raspberry and lemon with caffeine. So I only ever really drink caffeine in the form of gels. I drink the Martin gels for race day. I really like them. And then for just quick energy, and because like I said, I like candy and it feels like Haribo gummies, I use these Cliff blocks. And these are just strawberry flavored. I also have one flavor that's salted watermelon. Oh, it's so good. So these are energy chews. I just take a little block if I need a boost of energy. And a block is like this small. For electrolytes, I like the blue and grape Gatorades. But I've also been using these tablets. So it's kind of like Berocca, and then you just throw it into your water, and then boom, you have electrolyted water. If you don't want to taste the electrolytes, these tablets could also help. These are the Salt Stick electrolyte caps. It's electrolytes in a pill. So I take like 2 right before my run, because guys, the heat in the Philippines is insane. Okay, let's talk about accessories. What are we gonna start with? Maybe my shades. Let's start with shades, because I'm always wearing shades. I love Rudy Project shades with a passion. Actually, specifically this one style. Oh my gosh. These are my favorite type of shades because they fit my face really well and they don't jump up and down while I'm running. So I really do love these shades. This is my go-to right now. And if I want it to be transitional, this will forever be my favorite. If you're gonna run early in the morning at like 5 a.m., it's still dark out, so there's no sun. But over time, I love how this dims alongside the sun coming up. You can actually get a more affordable version of these shades from Sunnies, which is amazing. So I also like using these. They're very light and very easy to just pop on. So these are the Simone in Acid. Now for my shocks, these are my open ear headphones, and they're killing it in the industry, honestly. I feel like everybody is wearing shocks nowadays. These are the new Open Fit Air shocks, and I've been such a big fan of them. Their charging case is also super cute. These ones are super secure and super comfortable to wear. I don't know how I don't have any pressure points, but it's super snug at the same time. I feel like maybe this hook over here has some anti-gravity effect because I literally feel as if there's little to nothing on my ear. So I really love running with this because the sound quality is nice, even though I can still hear the environment around me, especially as a girl, to be aware of your surroundings while you're running. You know, there are cars or if there's somebody running beside you, I don't know. This has really helped me just feel more confident running with my music and more safe as well. So I love these so much. You can check out the link in my description to learn more about these and also get your own pair. Super cute. I can charge for 10 minutes and I have 2 hours of listening. So there's 28 hours of playback just in this little case. This is my Garmin S70. This is what I use when I run, and it tracks my heart rate. It tracks my GPS. You can even play music through this, which I really like. I'm always running with this thing. Really nice. A game changer for me as well is this Aura ring. You guys have been asking me what my ring is, where I bought it. It's an Aura ring. So it tracks my sleep. It tracks my VO2 max. It tracks my stress. It tracks everything that there is to know about your body. So this has really helped me also. These are just other miscellaneous things that I use when I run for the face and body. Sunscreen. Lip sunscreen. Always forget to put on my lips. That's why I have like freckles on my lips. This is the pomade that I use on my hair so it doesn't go up while I'm running. That's super annoying when your hair is messy while running. This is the anti-chafing cream that I use, which a lot of people have been asking about. And I just try to put this on areas that I feel like will chafe. This is the tape that I use on my feet because, you know, sometimes I like a shoe, but there's just a certain part that rubs my foot the wrong way. So that's where I put the tape. And also just to avoid blisters. Or if you have a blister, I use this to cover it up. Now I'm going to show you my shoes on rotation. You just have to bear with me. This is a lot. See? For weight training, this is what I use because it's one height. So it really helps with my balance. Solar Glides from Adidas. I don't know if these are discontinued, but these have been my favorite running shoes ever. They're so comfortable. They're the Pure Boost Goes. And I use this for easy days because they're just like super comfortable to wear and very soft on the feet. These are the Supernovas, super good for easy runs as well and just comfort because of the Dream Strike Plus. These are my favorite shoes in the entire world. I have 5 pairs of it because I've used it in all of my important runs. These are the Adidas Boston 12s, and I think that they're just the perfect running shoe for long distance running. Anything beyond 15K, this is what I would pull out because they are comfortable enough to run long distances with, but they still have that spring in the back because it has energy rods. And this has just been the perfect running shoe. Every time I wear this, I don't have blisters, even if I'm running super far. And I have nothing to say. I love it so much. And their colorways are always beautiful. If I want to be fast, I'm going to take out the Adidas Adios Pros. These are carbon-plated shoes, which, guys, if you're a beginner, don't get carbon-plated shoes right off the bat. I'm telling you, because it can cause you injuries. You have to really ease yourself into using these stuff because they're really for speed sessions. And I like these shoes, but I had to train my body to use them properly because they're super springy. Super great shoes, makes you feel super fast, but definitely not for every day. They have the energy rods in the back, they're carbon plated, they have Light Strike Pro, and the uppers are really comfortable as well. So love these shoes. I only use them for speed sessions, by the way, and important race day runs, not for daily use. Okay, not for daily use. I used to use the same shoe for training and for the race. And then I realized that your knees actually need a break from using harder foam running shoes that are meant for like speed or that are meant for long distances. Like the easy run should be with a comfortable and soft shoe. And then also I can't use those shoes for weights because they do tend to break faster if you use them more often, and they're not leveled. If I forgot something that you wanted to know that I used or something like that, just put it in the comments and I'll try to reply to you as best as I can. Now let's jump into playlist. Playlist is so important, and I really meticulously plan my playlist depending on how I want to feel per kilometer or per 30 minutes of my run. So that's quite personal to me, but I mean, I'm just gonna put here on the screen some songs that are inside my playlist if you want to use them as well. I love 80s music because a lot of them are 180 BPM, and that's like the suggested cadence of like the fastest runners in the world. So just having that play while I'm running helps me run faster, honestly. So specifically, it's 80s music at the beginning to ease me into the run. And then when it starts becoming like halfway or 3/4 of a way, then I start using my major hype songs that I know will just get me to another level of confidence and focus, which a lot of the times is worship music, because I mean, I run because I want to worship the Lord with my body. And yeah, worship music is just so inspiring for me. So worship music. And then towards the end, I use my childhood favorite songs when it comes to running. But yeah, you can think about that. Like, what are the songs in my life that evoke inspiration to another level, or that bring me to a place of my happiest? Those are the things I think that you should be playing when you're running like a major race. At least for me, that really helped out. I only choose songs that have positive reinforcement for my running. Like, I really try to avoid songs that make me feel bad, or that are just negative during my run. I think that it's really important to feed yourself positivity. It helped to have some background music. I feel like I'm in a movie. So yeah, that's my playlist. All right, let's talk about the Boston Marathon. The typical way to get into the Boston Marathon is through qualification. And you can qualify to be part of the Lottery of Boston if you have a 3-hour 30 marathon time or under as a woman. And as a guy, it's 3 hours. So that's insane. But my mom and I got slots through a sponsorship from Adidas, and there's a wave that's all just charities and sponsored athletes, and that's where we were able to run. So yeah, no, we did not qualify. Just putting that out there, because to qualify for Boston is one of the biggest feats of, I think, any marathon runner, and I just am giving those people the respect that they deserve by claiming that I did not arrive to that slot through qualification. I still am so grateful that I got the chance to run it, but yeah, props to those who went through the journey of qualification. It's really not easy. It's really not easy. But yeah, instead of us making Kwento, why don't you just watch it? I vlogged the whole thing. That's the finish. Hi friends, welcome to another vlog. We are in Boston. We're gonna be running the Boston Marathon tomorrow. Yes, it's tomorrow. I'm wearing this shirt because I ran it before, but virtually during the pandemic in Nuvali, Philippines. But now we are going to be doing it at Boston, Massachusetts. And I'm running with my mom. Yes, my last video was about a half. My first half. And of course, the next video is gonna be about my first marathon. I have so much energy. It's like not even 7 in the morning yet. I'm so jet lagged. I'm so sleepy. But we're not yet done preparing. I can't stop this feeling. Dropped off, and we're gonna be heading to the starting line. Here with Tim. It's almost time. Any last words?
We'll make it.
We will make it. We're home! We're at the 8th kilometer. Mom's going to the bathroom. The hills aren't as bad, but they are there. So far, Mom has been keeping up a really good pace. I'm actually shocked. Maybe I'm the one who's struggling to keep up. One word to describe how you feel? Lovely. Lovely. 10 kilometers. just when I need it. Orange. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead now. Bye. No, you can do it. Let me see the finish line. Let me see the finish line. Let me see the finish line. Bye. Oh, it's just me. Mile 9. 15 kilometers. 18 kilometers. Not a popsicle. We're halfway! Feeling so much better than a while ago. Your first world major ever. Let's go. This is it.
I'm so proud of you, Hannah. I've actually been praying for you ever since I found out.
25 kilometers.
Love you, Hannah. You know I'm always cheering for you.
Oh wow. We're entering supposedly the hardest part of the course.
I have no idea the caliber of strength it even takes to run a marathon. I can't believe that you're doing this.
Let's see what they've been talking about.
Hey, Hannah. This is Coach Annie. Yay! We're here. We made it.
We did it! Hi Hannah, this is Trina. I hope you enjoy your journey to your first star.
Super believe in you, and I can't wait to hear all about it afterwards.
Hi, Tahan, it's me, Sala. And I know you're going through a lot of stuff right now, but I know you will push through.
Pat, it's George. You got this.
It's Pernilla here. Go, 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 go!
I don't know how many more miles. These are the moments when you ask why you did this in the first place. And then you don't even have time or energy to think about it. You just do. So I'm just gonna do it.
Starting strong is good. Finishing strong is epic. Have an epic race. You got this. Keep going. My gosh, you're so close. You're there.
It's Kuya. Just keep running. Ano ka ba?
You're in Boston. Oh my gosh. Imagine that you are running the Boston.
My watch said I was sub 5, but like 4:58 or something. But the clock when I passed said like 5:06, so I don't even know what my time is officially. And at the end of the day, like I finished, and I'm just so happy that I did. But the training was all worth it, and I hope my mom's doing okay. This is the cheer squad. Say hi. They probably ran more than me. Back and forth and back and forth. We're waiting for my mom and them. They're 5 kilometers away. But now we just sit because my feet and my legs cannot find them. They are lost somewhere. How do you feel? Oh my god. I don't know if my picture is nice in the finish because I was crying. I can't believe it's like a dream. You did it, Mom. Thank you, Hannah. All finishers. Yay! We just got back from dinner, which was so amazing because I just ate gels for 5 hours. I'm still definitely processing today and mentally drained at the moment, physically drained, but I can definitely say that this was an experience of a lifetime. I understand now why Boston is known for this marathon because, wow, the support from strangers, random strangers, and of the whole town. You can tell that everybody appreciates your effort, even if they don't know who you are. It's just like it's a collective appreciation for the act of running. Just obviously being able to do this alongside my mom, alongside Tim, and we also had so much support from my friend Jose, who lives here in Boston, and Javi, also my friend Isa. So like friends of mine who were in Boston also came out to support, and it's just so nice. Yeah, we saw a lot of Filipinos running. I'm just so grateful. Do you have some words? You want to say anything?
Thank you for running with me. I could not have done this without you. I sincerely thank you, my love. Thank you.
She's a 6-star finisher.
Oh.
You are done with your marathon
I'm done.
journey. And you didn't finish it easy.
Yeah.
But you finished it strong. Okay, we're gonna sleep. Good night. I'm so excited to sleep. Bye. So far, no casualties toenail wise. But we shall see tomorrow.
We will know tomorrow.
Bye. Good night. It's already been how many months since that marathon, but when you're running it, it feels like the longest thing in the world. The first 12K was done with my mom, which was super nice because number one, I was really wanting to run it with her because this is her 6-star, her last marathon to finish the journey of doing all of the world major marathons. So I wanted to be there to run it with her. And at the same time, it was my chance to maintain a slower pace because one of the biggest pitfalls in the Boston Marathon is running too fast in the beginning. So that was just a win-win for the both of us. But come the 13th kilometer, or I think the 12th kilometer, my mom was like, okay, Hannah, I'm going to do my own pace now. So we parted. Sad. So yeah, my goal was to finish sub 5. I didn't achieve that goal, sadly, but I thought I did because my Garmin said I did, but apparently my Garmin didn't consider my bathroom breaks or like my stops to fix my belt or talking to my mom. So I don't know how that happened, but my Garmin said 4:58 and my official time was I think 5:04 or something like that. So yes, 12th kilometer I split with my mom, and then I don't know, it was just so beautiful, like just being there and just finally I think being able to run the race that you've been preparing for. And I think I really prepared very hard for this race, and I put a lot of effort into trying to, I guess, make it worth it to be there, because like Boston is the oldest and most well-known marathon in the world, and so many people dream to be able to run Boston. So I just really wanted to enjoy it. So the 12th kilometer to the 21st kilometer, I was just really enjoying it. I try to steer myself in that direction of seeing that I've already completed half instead of it's another half, but just seeing how supportive people were on the route was super helpful for me. I can't begin to explain to you how exciting it is to just look forward to seeing a familiar face cheering for you on the sidelines. But I really felt that in Boston because we were there alongside Tim Yap as well. So Tim Yap came and ran the Boston Marathon as well. And our support crew, me, my mom, and Tim, was Javi and Jose Atienza. And just seeing them on the sidelines with like their big Philippine flag, waving it and cheering us on was super helpful. And it was just a reminder that you are here and other people are supporting you being there. On those kilometers that I found the most difficult, I started to name each of the people that I knew were tracking me on the app, and each of the people that vocally told me they're supporting me and they're excited to see me finish. It's just life-changing. And also my brother prepared this care package for me that I played on the 38th kilometer, because I tend to struggle on the 38th kilometer because that's like super close to the finish line but still not close enough because you still have like 4 and a bit kilometers left. So on the 38th kilometer, my brother was like, play this care package when you need it the most. And it was just messages from my loved ones cheering me on and saying that they were there for me and believed in me. And it was like, oh my god, I didn't even video it because I was so engrossed by what people were saying. And it was just my last line of defense, I think, that helped me get to the finish line. Because there's all of these mental battles that you try to fight when you're doing a marathon, and it's fun. Okay, it is fun. Like, running is super fun because of all of the support and because of the person that you become through it. But there are mental battles, and I expected those things. I'm so grateful for all of the support that you guys gave me through online, and also all of the sponsors that helped in just bringing me there and clothing me and gearing me up and fueling me. Yeah, doing the Boston Marathon is really what encouraged me or gave me the confidence to do a 70.3 Ironman relay. And I did that with Lance and Aiden. They're members of Coach Annie's tri team. Yeah, that race naman was, I think, harder than the Boston Marathon. I have a little summary of that on my Instagram, but that race was really challenging because I got sick 2 weeks before the race. So I was still recovering, but I was trying to build training. And it was the first time I ran at 9 a.m. at Subic Bay, which I didn't realize was super duper hot. I don't even know how I ran that, honestly. But it was done and we finished it. And I collapsed on the finish line, probably because of exhaustion and because of maintaining a 185 heart rate for 2 hours, which is super not okay. But I think it was a result of being sick and then trying to recover too fast. So yeah, I ended up getting IV'd and then also had some oxygen so that I could be conscious again. Like, I literally don't remember finishing and being brought to the medic tent and stuff like that. I'm saying this because running is really fun and running is something that I super love and I'm passionate about, but I'm also experiencing the, I guess, growing pains of being a runner. That race was eye-opening for me. I didn't realize that you can put yourself in such a vulnerable position that your health can be at risk. I always thought I was like a careful runner or athlete, but that was shocking. I didn't know I can push myself to that level. So I'm trying to be more conscious of how I can better look after my health as I push for these bigger goals and PRs and races. So I hope that anybody who's watching that, longs to become a runner, that you do it alongside looking after yourself and doing it properly and healthily and with guidance. Actually, what I forgot to say is these are the resources that helped me become a better runner and become the runner that I am today. I'm just going to flash them all on the screen because we have no more time to talk about each of them one by one. But wow, this podcast is going on forever. It's obvious that I can go on and on about why I love running so much and why I'm so passionate about it, because I love it so much and because I'm passionate about it. Like, it has really just given me the chance to become a person that I never thought I could be. Someone who values fitness and their health so much that they're willing to go through all of these lifestyle changes. Like, wow, I never thought I'd come to this place. And it's such an honor for me that you guys consider what I do inspiring. And I've gotten a lot of messages that me showing my running journey has also inspired you to start your running journey. And that's, to me, is the most beautiful thing to hear. And I just also wanted to, at the end of the day, bring all of the glory back to God. The reason why I can run the way that I run, and the reason why I think I'm so mentally able to do these endurance races and stuff like that, is because I'm so sure that He has me in His hands. I'm so sure that I can trust that, like, He's my companion. I'm never alone when I'm running, and I always feel as if I can call out to Him. I don't feel as if, I know I can call out to Him in the moments that I'm struggling the most. And I know that this is worship at the end of the day. Everything I do, all of the things that I'm committing to do for the greater good of my body and my mind and my spiritual and mental health, it's like it's all for the glory of God. And these achievements don't make me any more or less worthy to him. I know that he loves me despite what I can do, or despite like how many races I do. But like for me, it's just so much fun because I've never connected to God or with God in this manner before. And I realized that like his truths and all of the mantras that I repeat to myself that are from like straight from the Bible have a different zest to it. Like, you know, one of my favorites are, "Come what may, I will run." And that's from 2 Samuel. And that's from a messenger who, you know, wants to tell the king specific news. And I have this angel wing tattoo on my foot, which is actually so fitting, I just realized. But it's because I believe like I'm a messenger of God. And that's what I feel like running is to me. It's like my way to carry the message that like God is our divine companion, and there's so much peace when I'm running with him. It's crazy. I just thought about that now. That's so insane. And I think like the more that you are able to endure difficulty and painful circumstances with trust and faith that certain things are meant for you to go through because it makes you stronger, and because you can arrive to better versions of yourself through that, I feel like that's just a representation also of the Christian life. Like we will have trial and we will have difficulty, but God has already won it for us. So it's like, let's just go through it together. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to dedicate all of this to God because I wouldn't be able to run the way that I do without him 100%. One of my favorites as well is, "When I have been tested, I will come forth as gold." And that's from Job. And I think all of the testing that a runner goes through and an athlete goes through, they do reap the benefits of it in the long run. So to all of the beginner runners out there, if you're now thinking, "Oh my gosh, it sounds so exciting, how do I start?" I have the perfect place for you to start. And for those runners or athletes that were there before but just need to get back into it, I have the perfect solution for you. We have a new run community called Just One. Why is it called Just One? Because I think that it all starts with one step, idea, goal, dream, one run to become 1% better every day. And for me, when I was my little chubby self coming back from Australia, I needed to tell myself, okay, what is the most manageable goal that I can give myself? Just one goal. And that's what got me to where I am today. You can consider Just One as the perfect roadmap to starting your running journey, because we're going to be doing a fun run September 8th with Run Rio in Vermosa. Oh my gosh. All of my favorite things to hear. So that's in September 8th. We still have so much time. It's still June. We've got 3 months to get to that place where you can run a 5K or a 10K. So why don't we do that together? Why don't we walk towards that goal together? And like I said earlier, I suggest if you're going to get into running, do it with guidance. You have the perfect guidance through a 3-month free training program from Coach Annie De Leon that she made just for you. The great thing is you can choose how intense you want it to be. Depending on your fitness level, you can choose whether you're a lakwacha pace, sakto lang pace, hataw pace, or banat pace. I really do love these words because they just represent, you know, people in different parts of their journey. Like you can be lakwacha, you can do run walk muna. So how do you get from run walk to doing your first 5 or 10K? The program's right there for you. We have an Instagram called Run Just One, which is going to guide you through starting this 3-month program and ending it with a bang with a fun run. And once a month, why don't we meet up somewhere somewhere out there and do an open run. Everybody who's running the fun run can go and meet up and we could do a workout together. Me, you, Coach Annie, all your friends that are doing the fun run with you, and whoever else that's from that area. We'll do an open run. So, it's like a little check-in, like, hey, how are you doing with your training program? You can ask the people there and we can just all run together, and it's going to be super fun, honestly. I'm so excited. More exciting details about this obviously upcoming, but I just saw a lot of people wanting to start but not knowing how to start, and I decided to just come up with this alongside Coach Annie De Leon and Run Rio to give you guys the perfect step one. Just one. Okay, I've been talking for like 2.5 hours. My brain is mushy now. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching or listening to this podcast. May it encourage you in any way you feel encouraged. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah. Bye.